Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to beautiful boondocking outside Quartzsite, Arizona, in southwest Arizona. I'm in La Posa South, and the current temperature is 42 degrees, and it is 5:52 a.m., and it is the 12th of December, 2024. And here's a weather report. You heard the first part. The second part is let's look at the winds. The winds look they're gonna pick up moderately between 3 and 6 p.m., 12 to 13 mile an hour. So we could have gusts up to 20, 25. So it's not perfect, but it's not too bad. Winds in subsequent days look single digits. I'm going all the way out to, let's see how far I can go here before I break. We break double digits Wednesday the 18th, so about a week we break it again, but just barely at 10 miles per hour, so that doesn't really count. Let's call everything single digits going all the way to the 20th, and daily temperatures are in the high 60s and low 70s, overnight lows in the low to mid 40s. It's wonderful, 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 wonderful. And let's get to our comments. But first, let me tell you, if you crave Quartzsite content and you don't feel like you can get enough, at the end of this, I'm going to put at the end of the video, you can click on a playlist. It's my Quartzsite video playlist. There are over 200 Quartzsite videos you can check out. All right, the Mad Camper says, rainy days and Mondays was the Carpenters, and I was talking about it on the video, the Quartzsite tour video, and I couldn't remember who did it, and he knows who did it. That album and the first Partridge Family are in my top 5. Hello Word is the song we're singing. No judgment. No judgment. I like the Partridge Family. Amy Simplet, thank you for sharing. We love the laundromat. Is quick and fast. Great people. We met the owner of Desert Life Clothing there yesterday. Has a good story about how he got started. If you're out doing business interviewing, keep the videos coming. They're great. I've been referring them to all the new people we've met. Well, thank you, Amy. Let's see. Mystery tree solved. That's the positive news video. A guy that's been decorating a tree by the side of the road in Montana for years, anonymously for many years. Random act of kindness. Hopefully this brought numerous smiles on people's faces through these many years. Glad he even removed them after the winter season. Great story. That was from PC Thayer. And B. Schwinn says, curious, do pet owners pick up after their pets in Quartzsite? And is this part of BLM rules? What is your experience with people following these rules? Well, it is a rule. You need to do it. You need to keep your pet on leash. Those are the rules. I don't walk around and get upset seeing piles of poop. I don't see it around here. There are people in other areas that constantly complain about it, so it's kind of hit and miss. Tom Dales, to stay warm from the cost is great. I like it too with the higher numbers. That was on my, just me talking about heating my place and how I like it. Pretty warm. I mean, it's 74 in here, and that's low for me. Usually it's 78 to 80. Pat Fisher says, been waiting to get down there for years. Something always comes up. I don't plan to enjoy it, but it will be an experience. He says, I don't plan to enjoy it, but it will be an experience. Huh. All right, so low expectations, I guess that means. Michael K. First time coming the end of December. Thank you for all the work you do. Very informative. And Ken says on the mystery tree, what a wonderful way to start a tradition. Ken says, yesterday I had a fantastic retirement realization. I was trying to decide if I wanted to go for a walk, then take a nap, or take a nap and then go for a walk. This was about 1 p.m. and I suddenly realized there are a lot of people working through lunch to keep their jobs. That's right. Life Happens says, cheapest gas I saw on the way to Quartzsite from Ohio was $2.26 in eastern Texas. Texas usually has the best gas prices from my experience. Most of the way is in the $2.65 range. I actually saw Terribles the other day and it was like, what the heck? I'm not going to a terrible place. Also had Silly L's Pizza yesterday. It's honestly good, a bit pricey, but this ain't Kansas anymore. Well, Ohio anyways. Yeah, it's not cheap, but it's on par with main chain pizza places. I checked that out in a video where people were complaining they're price gouging on the pizza. They're not. It's the same price that I could see like in not counting specials and stuff, but regular price pizza in like Domino's and Pizza Hut. Ken says, you keep your temps where I like them, 78 to sleep, 80 during the day. Someone replied to him, and Spikers has a emoji that's disapproving of his opinion. Well, whatever. You don't like it hot. I do. Ken does. I'll quote Rusty, you do you, I'll do me. Lunds at large, ladies, break out those trendy sweater pant sets. Burr, it's so much nicer than Minnesota right now. Lunds at large, congratulations on the 7,000 subscribers. Let's see, Life Happens. Was it Coyote Fresh? That's Coyote Fresh Market. Getting a hot meal. Lady asked me what I wanted. I rattled off what I'd like. She quipped, a man that knows what he wants, hard to find. I'm like, at this age, I better know what I want or there's issues. They're very nice people here. They don't rush you along. Lunds at large, we have an unlimited data plan, so to support my favorite YouTubes, I'll run their playlist when I go to bed so they get some views and ad revenue. I'm not awake to upvote, though. It's funny. RV Life says, congratulations on 7K subscribers. It's amazing. Do you video in New Mexico after you leave? Yeah, first I go to this is the plan this year, first to Pahrump and then to New Mexico for the summer, back to Pahrump and then back here. That's going to be the routine. And yeah, I continue. I do 3 videos a day no matter where I am. I won't get the kind of views in New Mexico or Pahrump that I get here, but it's just not as popular as here for RV video viewers. Pat Fisher says, appreciate the informative and mellow videos. Rick Job says, do you ever sleep? And someone answered on my behalf. Thank you. Ken says, yes, but he goes to bed early. I think he subscribes to that saying, early to bed, early to rise. Spot on. Beard, and Ken says, beard's definitely coming out nicely. There's my beard, my gray beard. Michelle Castadina, a lot more people here at this time than there was last year. I can't believe how full the LTVA is. Perhaps you're right. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Michelle has another comment. Increasing the rates is still in the decision-making process. They got multiple responses, so they're reconsidering everything. They're not even sure if the rates would be up next year. And Michelle, I get all my water from the water dispensaries through town. It's $1 for 5 gallons, unless you go to the one at Mobile, and you'll get 6+ gallons for $1. It's a little secret. It's reverse osmosis. I drink it. My dog drinks it. We've never had a problem. This is our 8th year. Cats Laugh Adventures. I always thought the gas price was per 9/10 of a gallon. No, it's per gallon, and the price is 9/10 cent. It's like if it's $1.99 and not $1.99 and 9/10, it's 9/10 cent. Cats Laugh Adventures. Can't wait to buy my RV and get out there. Lisa Ross says, my buddy Lisa says, have a nice taste. Silly L's Pizza is good, but it's really loud there. Outback Pizza is also good, and you've had a choice between loud and quiet. Okay, so I agree, and I have more and more of a hard time in these loud environments like Silly Al's, and in particular like going to beer bellies like I showed on my video the other day. I couldn't really have conversations with people at the table because I couldn't hear them. So here's a potential solution short of buying expensive hearing aids. I have purchased, I haven't gotten it yet because it's like back ordered or something. I'm not going to get it till after Christmas. But the Apple AirPods Pro 2 has been officially signed off on as an over-the-counter hearing aid. Now, the battery life only works for 6 hours, so you can't wear them all day, but I wouldn't want to. I'm gonna see if it helps me. These things help me in those environments, and it's designed exactly to do that. Filter out background noise. There's a conversation mode, and I will let you guys know if that works for me. And they're on sale for $189. Usually these Apple products, you know how expensive they can be. Aya Shope says, thanks, another great video. I'm probably crazy for trying to do this with 2 giant dogs in a ProMaster City, but I gotta try. Crazy isn't always a bad thing. I bought the EcoFlow Wave 2 with the complete EcoFlow system, extra battery, generator, solar panels on the Black Friday deals, hoping I can get master its use for the next few days. I'm a slow learning, hoping it's enough to keep his temperature controlled. There's lots of instructional videos out on the system that you bought, and I'm assuming you bought the EcoFlow Wave 2, which does, I think it does air conditioning and heating, and it's a huge battery. It's just, I had a friend last year that had this system, and she really enjoyed it, and it's maybe easier, hopefully easier to use than you think. Kellen 7280 says, is the new dump station and water station up and running? So last year they were building one the same size as the one at Imperial Dam. They did build one, a big, beautiful, gorgeous one. It's just so impressive, except it doesn't work. They didn't make it on the drill in the well. They didn't get the water. They're trying to figure out what to do. It's not going to. It looked ready last year. They never opened last year. They're not opening this year. Sad, sad, sad. Bill V, houseless, but definitely not homeless. I'm happy in my RV, but some people don't understand. Yeah, there are probably people in my life that shake their heads. I learned that SMH, when you see that online, means shaking my head. I'm sorry, that's silly. Ham Radio says that Main Street Laundry is a great place. It is. I like Main Street Laundry. I love the owner there. I love what she does with the place. And great place to do laundry. Get a nice hot shower for $11 and a spotlessly clean shower with high water pressure and hot water. You get up to 20 minutes. And I don't know, because I don't even come close. I don't know. I've never seen them go and knock on somebody's door to make them go. So I don't know how closely they monitor that 20 minutes. Sherry Newman. I enjoy going to Terrible's and Havasu. The stores are clean and stocked. I really like the location in Searchlight on the way to Vegas. I stopped there on the way and had lunch. I had lunch with a guy. So Catherine Fenty, congratulations on your 7K. I'd like to see more about the modes of transportation folks use to get around, e-bikes, scooters, etc. All of them. People use all those things. Side-by-sides are huge. I see e-bikes are everywhere. Don't see that many scooters, but certainly e-bikes, motorcycles. You don't see golf carts on the street. I'm not sure you can even drive a golf cart on the street. I don't see them. But I definitely see side-by-sides and e-bikes. And there are all kinds of scooters. I just don't see them as often. Wendy Sosa, hi Rob, I had the same problem. Somehow the setting changed. I'm talking about losing the Bluetooth connection on my new CarPlay stereo. Go to settings, click Bluetooth, click on the device, make sure it's set to automatically connect. Thank you for taking us on your journey. Enjoy living vicariously through videos. Yeah, Wendy, I checked that. That wasn't the problem, but it was definitely the first place everyone should check when that happens. Life Happens says, I needed to get a chair and possibly a table. Remember driving around the pet place and seeing a tent with chairs sold here, handwritten on the tent. Went there, got a chair for $15 and a folding solid top table for $30. Also talked to the owner, and he's been doing this for 30 years. He used to be in a band about the same time Kiss got big, and his band did festivals and whatnot across the country, including Ohio, where I came from. My hometown, Ohio, boasts the prison they filmed Shawshank Redemption at. They have anniversaries, get-togethers every few years with cast members. And they have a yearly rock concert they call Incarceration with a K, which lasts an entire weekend. I seem to get people talking right off and get them talking. Yeah, it's a fun place to talk to people here in Quartzsite. You run into vendors all the time. They've been doing this 20, 30, sometimes 40 years. They got stories. They got interesting stories, and they love to tell them, mostly. Mystery Tree Solved. Wendy Sosa says, such a cute story. These stories you don't see. Thank you for sharing. And that one got, I think 400 views, which is maybe a record, maybe close to a record for a positive news story. Judy, I believe the Chihuahua referred to might be the one across from us. So what she's talking about, in a comment, someone said there's a Chihuahua. I feel bad for it. It seems locked up locked up in the trailer all day, and I don't even know if it has a bed. So a lot of supposition, and I sort of doubted that. And Judy thinks it might be the one across from us. If so, she's well loved and taken care of. He is working, so he comes home for lunch to check on her. He loves her very, very much. I think I know who you're talking about, and that guy does love his dog. And if you're working, you got to leave your dog. When I worked, Dottie stayed home 8-10 hours a day. She was fine with it. I go to Mexico for the day. There are people in camp in a pinch can take care of her, but she basically stays in her little bed, waits for me all day, is fine with it. Nas says, Gas Buddy app, I use it every time I go get gas. I've used it when I have gone to LA driving from Vegas. It's a great app. And Spiker says the app for gas or diesel is Gas Buddy. RV Life, I love how cool Dottie looks as she patiently waits in the car for you. What a beautiful, calm dog. Susan, Dottie's a sweetheart. I can tell by her constantly wagging tail. Let me just, about the Chihuahua, I want to go back a second and mention that I've gotten accused of being abusive to Dottie on the comments. A guy said, you obviously don't care about that dog. It's just a prop for your channel. You should be ashamed of yourself. People see one or two things and they jump to a conclusion and think the worst of people. Sad. Chuck Brewing says Trump will get it back to $2 a gallon. Wow, that'd be great. $2 a gallon would be reason for everyone to celebrate. Naj, boarding. I usually enjoy boarding ? I always enjoy our trip to town. Oh, she means boring ? It's a typo. Sometimes I get some of my, errand videos and stuff. My day-to-day life videos are pretty boring, but people tend to like them. Naj, yes, I agree. You are houseless, not homeless, because you take your home with you wherever you go. You have an advantage that sticks and bricks don't. You can change your yard from mountains to desert or beaches just by driving away. I would love to do that. Trees with flowers, I'd love to do that. I receive almost $1,000 a month, me and my son. Yeah, it was on my retiring early full-time life tips. And I think I'm going to I tried doing a video yesterday, and I had two epic fails trying to do videos yesterday because recording I don't know what's been going on. 2 different cameras, 2 different recording fails. I'm going to talk a little bit about, I've talked about it before. We're going to talk a little bit about a couple of different ways you can do this lifestyle with 2 different size budgets. So I'll find a way to do. Even if I have to just sit here and talk to the camera to do that one today, I'll do that. Virginia Hankey, I think she schooled me in here. Oh, okay. On how to pronounce her name. The tour was great. I'm starting to get the lay of the land. Surprisingly enough, Rob, this comment is just for you. If you want to know how to pronounce my last name, think of the taunts I went through in school. Hanky, blow your nose. Hanky, snot rag. Kids are worse now. My thought is if you must say my last name, I don't think you'll forget it now. And I didn't. I read that before I got it, Hanky. There was a character in Seinfeld. Um, uh, I can think of the act. It's a famous actor before he was famous. His name was Hanky, and he had the nickname Stanky Hanky. But it was what is that actor's name? I think Spader. Is it James Spader? Somebody correct me. James Spader, I think. So no, I'm not going to forget how to pronounce your name. Debbie, great tour and good to see the star Dottie. A bus. Hood cam is a great view of me walking the big white dog near Keene Street in the big market. Will take returns. He doesn't like to return anything, but if you press enough, he'll give you credit, but no cash. So maybe if you're lucky, you can talk to him, the owner, and you can exchange the thing that you might have brought incorrectly. I would think, especially if it's in a package you haven't opened or haven't used it or scarred it or maimed it, you're going to stand a good chance. But the general policy is no returns. On Quartzsite Promise, I want to do what you're doing on SSI 100% on it. I hope to be there soon, Mark. Let's see. Tailed Ford Travel. I don't know. Tailed Ford Travel in through. Hey, Rob, I love your videos. I watched the one with 5 YouTubers. You drove past another YouTuber on the way out. RV Camper is camping at La Posa South. Wild how many there are there. Yeah, there are a lot of YouTubers around here. One of my last days of travel, the 12th, on my way to Quartzsite. Hope to stop in and say hello. That was Michael Gunzelman. Mario Fuentes. Rob, I've been watching Quartzsite videos for a while, and your videos have shown the treasures of Quartzsite. Great video. Blessings to you and Dottie. Let's see. Michael Mueller, very much enjoying watching your video in Dottie's travels. Have 2 years to retirement and getting prepared for full-time RVing. Excited about spending 6 months in Arizona in the summer in North Idaho. Well, you're going to love that. And I don't know what part of North Idaho, but my brother's been living in North Idaho for, it's got to be close to 60 years now. He lives in a little town called Sagal, which is just south of Sandpoint, Idaho. And I lived up there with him for 5 years, and it's stunning country. Gene Hoffed, wonderful tour, thanks. I'm sure there'll be a lot more traffic when I get there in a couple of weeks. You betcha there will be. But at least I have the basic landmarks to go by. On Quartzsite Comments, Michael Mueller says, good for you, keep it real. And SOCOM says, I thought you had to move every 14 days. If you use a portable 10.6 holding tank, can you camp away from the toilets? No and no. It's not in the LTVA. It's called the LTVA means long-term visitor area. So you can buy a permit for 2 weeks, or you can buy a $180 permit for the whole season. So you don't have to move every 14 days. But if you're doing the 14-day permit, you don't have to move. You just have to buy consecutive permits. And the holding tanks for the requirement to park more than 500 feet away from a vault toilet is a incorporated built-in tank. You can't have an external one. So those are the rules. Not my rule. So take care. We had a nice one today, didn't we? Up here, you'll see right there, you're going to see the playlist. So if you're interested in Quartzsite content, there's plenty of stuff from this year, last year, and the year before. And most of the older stuff, most of it's still pretty accurate. Some are reviews on businesses that have changed hands, at least. I don't think there are any that have actually gone out of business other than the Yacht Club. I might have done a video on the Yacht Club, and they're out of business. So, Anyway, my point is even the older ones are applicable for the most part. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.